In this video, I want to show you how to bring in music to Power Music Professional from a scanner. So you have some music which is currently printed out on paper and you want to put it into Power Music. The scanner can be either attached by USB or it can be a wireless scanner. The only thing you have to have is a Twain driver, and most scanners come with a Twain driver because that's how Power Music Professional recognises the scanner. So let's go ahead now and put this piece of music in. I go to New Song and I choose Sheet Music here, it's already been selected, and I click on the scanner icon up here. Now I have a number of scanners attached to my computer. The one I want to use is my Epson scanner. I'll select that one. I'll just leave everything at the defaults. I'll leave it as grayscale and I'll leave the resolution 150 dots per inch. It's important you don't increase the resolution too much unless you're only selecting parts of music, and I'll talk about that when you're dealing with the VI, the visually impaired features of Power Music. So we'll leave this at the defaults at the moment and I'll just click on scan. I've got my first page of music sitting on my scanner. It's warming up and I'll just wait for it to scan in now. And there we have the first page of the music scanned in. Now you'll notice I've been a bit careless in the way I've laid it on my scanner because the lines are not quite horizontal. Now one of the tools built into Power Music in the scanning software is the ability to deskew it, and it's over here. So if I just click on the icon to deskew, it does something very clever. It lines up the stave lines with the horizontal. The other thing you'll notice is that there's a kind of grey background on here, so what I'd like to do is increase the brightness a bit. So I'll bring that up, maybe a wee bit too far, and I think I'll increase the contrast a little as well. And that looks just about perfect, so I'll say OK to that. If you've put in the music upside down or on its side or whatever, you can rotate 90 degrees, 180 degrees, 270 degrees, and so on. Now all I want to do is select the area I want. I could just put the whole page in, but there's quite a lot of white space round about it, so I'm going to select the area that I want to actually put into Power Music, so I'll do that. And I can either crop here, like that, or I can just add it and it'll select the area. So I'll click on Add That Page. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and put the second page into my scanner and I'll scan that in. Okay, that's the second page of the music scanned in. All I need to do now is just to change the brightness and contrast in this slightly. Okay, make sure that it's deskewed. Yep, that's fine. And then again, crop the area that I want to use for display. And then just add that page in as well. Now I'll stop at this point. I could go on and add the other 4 pages of this piece, but I'll just put 2 pages in to show you how we now give it a title and have it ready for performing. So we return to the editor by clicking here and we see our 2 pages. Now in here we can do things like we can duplicate pages, we can reorder the pages, we can do all of that. But I'm just going to put in the key this is in. Now it's in C major, so that's fine, it's in C major, and I'm going to say I want this as 2 pages per screen. I can preview that to see how it looks. That looks fine, and if I had the rest of the music in I could possibly have gone to 3 pages per screen. I'll just come back out the preview. The next thing I need to do then is to add a title. So the title of this is Sonata in C major. I'm just going to save that. And now I could go on and put other things in like copyright information. I could put in the composer or author, I could give it a category, I could put it into a library of piano sonatas or whatever. I'll leave that for the moment. The minimum you have to put in though is the title. So once you've put the title in, you can then save that piece. So I'll click on Save. And that's it added into Power Music, and there we see it in there. So we could then use that either for practicing or performing. We can add it into playlists and we can annotate it and we can do all the other things in Power Music. So that's how you add a piece of music from a scanner into Power Music.